Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at
the Roman and the Spear of Destiny. Moving right along, mythology tells us one thing, while archaeology tells us another. Who is this Roman and what is his connection to the mythical spear? Was he truly considered to be one of the first Christians and Roman converts? Is the Spear of Destiny as powerful as believed by many? Longinus is the name given to the unnamed Roman soldier who pierced the side of Jesus with a lance to ensure that he was in fact dead. His name first appears in the apocryphal Gospel of Nicodemus. The lance is known in Christianity as the Holy Lance. This story relates to the Gospel of John during the crucifixion. The act is said to have created the last of the 5 holy wounds of Christ. In some versions of the legend, Longinus is identified by his rank, which is a centurion. His importance is that legend has it that he is said to be one of the first Christians and a Roman convert. Why have we not heard of this Roman, whom some even believe became a saint? The legend of Longinus grew over the years to the point that he was traditionally believed to have been venerated to sainthood in the Roman Catholic Church, the Eastern Orthodox Church, and the Armenian Apostolic Church, as well as several other Christian communions. As previously mentioned, the name of Longinus first appears in the apocryphal Gospel of Nicodemus. There is no name of this Roman in the 4 canonical Gospels. An early tradition found in the 6th or 7th century, the pseudepigraphical letter of Herod to Pilate, the claim is made that Longinus suffered for having pierced Jesus. He makes claim that the centurion was condemned to a cave where every night a lion came and mauled him until dawn. Surprisingly, his body would completely heal. This was his fate. Night after night, until the end of time, he would be mauled. How then could such a fate lead Longinus to sainthood? It didn't. Very little stock was placed in such a myth. Some in the scholar community may claim that the name Longinus was not known to the Greeks previous to the patriarch Germanus in 715 and only known through the Gospel of Nicodemus. These scholars believe that there is no reliable authority for the acts and martyrdom of this saint. In the Gospel of John 19:34, it states that to make sure that Jesus was in fact dead, one of the Roman soldiers was ordered to pierce his side. Upon doing so, blood and water gushed out. This then leads to the next tale surrounding Longinus. It was said that the Roman had steadily been losing his sight. However, when the blood of Jesus splashed him, the centurion's sight was miraculously restored. This story originated with Petrus Comestor in the 10th century and was known as the Golden Legend. Tradition has it that Longinus saw celestial signs as his eyes cleared. Once Longinus gained back his sight, he believed in Jesus. He then became a follower of the Christ and his teachings. Once Longinus left the army, he began spreading the word that Jesus was in fact the Christ. He also gave testament to the miracle that gave him back his sight. So powerful were his words that he began drawing crowds to hear the story of his redemption. Obviously, this brought Longinus to the attention of the Roman overlords. He was then apprehended and Pontius Pilate had his tongue cut out to silence Longinus once and for all. Miraculously, after he had healed from his wounds, Longinus found that he could still speak. Jesus was truly the Son of God. Longinus then decided to return to his homeland in Cappadocia and continue to preach the teachings of Christ. He was also accompanied by a few Roman soldiers who had also become followers of the teachings of Jesus. Once in Cappadocia, Longinus began establishing a strong foundation for Christianity. Once the Romans learned of this, legionaries were sent out to behead Longinus and his cohorts. Once in Cappadocia, the dispatched soldiers were quick to apprehend and behead Longinus and those Romans who left Jerusalem with him. Only the head of Longinus was returned to the Roman governor. Once he was assured that this was the head of the traitorous Roman, he had it thrown into the city's garbage dump. Even after death, many tales surrounded the story of Longinus. One such story was that an almost blind woman whom Longinus appeared to in a vision, Longinus instructed her to search for his head in the city's garbage dump. Once she touched it, her sight was returned. Many other tales of the Roman and the power of redemption continued to be spread amongst the people until Longinus was venerated as a saint. His feast day is commemorated by the Roman Catholic Church on March 15th. while Eastern Orthodox Church commemorates him on the 16th of October. Lastly, the Armenian Apostolic Church celebrates Longinus on October 22nd. To further honor the memory of Saint Longinus, there is a statue of him sculpted by the famous Gian Lorenzo Bernini. It sits beneath the dome of St. Peter's Basilica. This brings us to the end of the Roman and the Spear of Destiny. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Traveler's Tales. Please like and subscribe to Traveler's Tales, and don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. We greatly appreciate when you join and become a friend of the channel. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and fact, Kartistos.